Just very briefly, since a lot of you have actually visited our website and noticed some degree what we're doing, let me just briefly hit on some of the key features of Amazon.com. We do have 2.5 million titles, and that is something, and all these things we try to package together, things that you can't do without the internet, because that's where you'll create real value. 2.5 million titles. We try to focus on convenience, so we have something called one-click shopping. This is a new feature we just launched a few months ago that's been very successful, and it allows repeat customers to literally order with one click of the mouse. This, when we did focus groups and tested this new feature before launching it, the biggest problem was that people didn't really think they had finished the order. So we had to actually change the text surrounding this thing so that it's not only did it say thank you for your order, but in parentheses it now says yes, you really did place an order. This works because we keep the shipping address on file and we keep the credit card number on file, something that you can do online that's very difficult to do in any other way. Because we have the low cost of not having retail real estate, and because also the efficiencies, the personnel efficiencies are very high of doing business this way, we generate, for example, more than $300,000 a year in revenue per operating employee today, even though we're still inefficient in honing our techniques, compared to physical bookstores that generate about $95,000 a year in operating revenue per employee. Now, because of that, we can afford to charge lower prices, and basically what ends up happening is that we offer bestseller level discounts, but instead of on the 65 New York Times bestsellers, on 400,000 bestsellers. We change our website every day, and the reason we do that is to encourage people to come back. And we're happy always when people come to our website, even if they don't buy anything, because we know occasionally they will. So one of the interesting things about the book space, and every business environment is different, and every industry is different, is that people don't just shop for books for convenience. They don't shop for them just because they need them. It's actually an incredibly fun thing to do, and many people will spend 2 hours on a Sunday afternoon in a bookstore. There are other products that aren't like this at all. So for example, pharmaceuticals, nobody browses the preparation age counter. You go in, you go out, you're done. You want that to be a painless experience. So that wasn't meant to be funny, but But we do work very hard, and we'll never make Amazon.com fun and engaging in the same ways that great physical bookstores are. You'll never be able to hear the bindings creak and smell the books and have tasty lattes and soft sofas at Amazon.com. But we can do completely different things that will blow people away and make the experience an engaging and fun one. And I'll talk about some of the stuff that we can do in the future a little later. One of the things that we've done that's been much commented on, and I think has been very important, is we let regular old customers review books. Turns out our customers are very smart, and the reviews are extremely helpful to other customers in terms of making purchasing decisions. And I'm also convinced that there's a little piece in the human brain that can immediately tell by reading somebody else's writing whether the person is smart or crazy within like the first 5 words. So you can actually weed out the reviews that you don't want to pay attention to really well too. It's one of the things that surprises people, sometimes upsets publishers and authors, is that we let people enter negative reviews. And they say, why do you do this? You only make money if you sell the books. Why don't you weed out the negative reviews? And the reason is because we're taking a different approach of trying to sell all books. We want to make every book available, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And when you're doing that, you actually have an obligation, if you're going to make the shopping environment one that's actually conducive to shopping, to sort of let truth loose. And that's what we try to do with the customer reviews. So we do actually remove reviews that are off topic, or even if they're funny. We let, for example, authors review their own works. They can say, I'm the author, and click here if you're the author and you can review this book. And we scan all of these. We have a team of people who does this and matches them up, and we have to have the email address, and we can verify things with the publisher and so on. But occasionally things slip through. We did have God review the Bible. There were a couple of other amusing things. Let's see, who was it? I can't remember who it was very, very upset that Jane Austen had gotten 2 miniseries. What is the name of the the contemporary of Jane Austen, who was sort of jealous of her all the time. It's slipping my mind right now. Yeah, it's Bronte. Thank you. That's my wife speaking up, saving me yet once again. Anyway, she also reviewed one of her own works and said, "I just can't believe it, that Jane Austen getting 2 miniseries and a full-length motion picture in 1 year." But even those funny ones we take away. We should probably post them on a special page. That would be a fun thing to do. Finally, what people don't see, sort of behind the scenes at Amazon.com, you can see a lot of things on the website, but you can't see the stuff, the software development, and all the effort that goes into the back-end tools.